Well, hey guys, thanks for joining me. Today we are in Jonesville, South Carolina, out on the Jonesville Reservoir. This is I think it's about 25-acre lake. It's kind of out here in the boonies, but that's the kind of stuff that I like doing. I actually have done a video out here before, but it was one of the first videos that I ever shot, and quite frankly, it's pretty terrible. So I figured it's about time for an update. We are out here in the dog days of summer, which means the fishing is going to be pretty fickle, but I think we can get a couple, maybe, I don't know. I'm fingers crossed I can get a couple in the boat, because it's about an hour from my house, and that's a lot of driving to Skunk. But let's see what we can do. Try to get a couple fish in the boat. Finally got one on the board. All right, just a little guy. Look at him. All right, first little fish of the day. He's kind of an oddly shaped one, but let's get him back in the water. Getting bites, but they're like little ones, and they're picking at it and then running off with it, and I think they're little ones like this, you know, maybe 7 inches, just a real teeny tiny little guy. All right, you know what they say, it's not about the size, it's about the well, in fishing it's all about the size, but he ain't much. Thanks for playing. Let's get him back in the water. All right, that's a little bit better one. Still not saying much, but it's a little bit better. All right, that's the best one of the day. Maybe, I don't know, 12 inches. But, I mean, it's nice. I mean, as hot as it is, they're at least biting. That's nice. Well, guys, the fishing has been very tough, but we're starting to get a couple bites. Not much to write home about, but something is better than nothing. Let's get him back in the water. And now it's time for tackle Roundup. All right, guys, what I caught that fish on, what I've caught all my fish on, has been this. This is just a Z-Man TRD Ned rig in peanut butter and jelly, and I got it rigged up on a Ned head with a weed guard on it. The weed guard out here is absolutely essential because there is so much crap like on the bottom. Not really like stumps or anything, just like limbs and stuff. Just enough that like if you don't have a weed guard, you're gonna get hung up all the time. It took me a long time to figure this out, this little pattern out, because I came out here first thing this morning, was hitting top water, nothing. It's summertime right now. Water temp is 86 degrees, and I was doing my normal summer thing, which is top water first thing in the morning, followed closely by big worm. Was fishing big worm, got 0 bites on big worm. Went over to a shaky head and was fishing a shaky head and was getting bites, but they were like non-committal bites. And it's there's so many like little dinks out here. They would like pick them up and run with it. And I was like, well, I need to, if that's what's biting. Well, actually I wanted to figure out what was biting. So I was like, let me downgrade to a Ned rig and catch some of these things to see what in the world I'm dealing with. And that's what I found. I switched over to Ned rig. They're still biting it, picking it up and running with it. I'm getting bites, but I'm only like connecting with about half of them because I think they're all just really small. But again, getting bites is better than no bites. And they're coming on this, the Z-Man Finesse TRD in peanut butter and jelly on a Ned head. And that concludes today's tackle Roundup. All right, and again, just another little dink. Man. They're healthy fish. I just wish they were a little bit bigger though. I seem to remember last time I was out here I was catching fish, but they were all like this size. Come on, let's see if we can get a big one. Let's get him back in the water. Man, he was all wrapped up in a tree. Whew. Man, he was all wrapped up in a tree. I'm lucky to get that thing out. And now my line's absolutely destroyed. All right. Finally a decent one. I mean, he's not huge, but that's a good fish there. Look at him. Look at him. Get that guy. Well, I was very concerned that all we were going to be catching today are little ones, but got one decent one in the boat, so that's nice. I mean, he's not huge, but that's a respectable fish. Let's get him back in the water. A bad one. Look at him. All right, let's get this guy back in the water. Hey guys, that last fish coughed up this. I thought it was a shad at first. Nope. It's another bass. The dude's a cannibal. Well guys, I think I'm going to wrap it up for today's adventure, only because it is insanely hot. And I'm fat and I sweat a lot, and I'm fat and uncomfortable. But I mean, I had a really good time out here. This is actually a cool little reservoir. Again, it's about 25 acres. It's all undeveloped, which is really nice. There's a lot of little ones in here, but I suspect there's probably big ones in here too. I was only able to catch, the little ones all day long. Was able to catch one decent sized one, which was nice. Which the last time I was here, I was not able to do that. But funny story for those of you who weren't here back when I did my original video out here at Jonesville Reservoir, I had a little funny thing happen. Let me remind you. It appears I got my lure caught in a tree. There's a wasp nest. I'm baiting how much I need. Oh crap, these things are attacking me. All right. So yeah, I got attacked by wasps or hornets or whatever the heck those things were last time I was out here. Good news is I did not get attacked by any insects or arachnids or anything of the sort, so that was cool. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I had a fun time out here. It was a nice summer day. But I'm gonna go home. If you'd like to know anything about what I did today, the lures, the launch, or anything, you can look down in the description box. I'm gonna put some additional information down there. But while you're there, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. The channel that is updated every week with new fishing content and new fishing adventures. So, I'll be seeing you next week. This is Josh, and this is Abide Fishing.
Well, I ain't